Maxwell, the first big bad, the puppet master. This is gonna be good. The year is 1901. A British man by the name William Carter chartered a ship from the land of London to the United States. Although there were high hopes, after 3 years his pursuit to become a magician faltered and debt followed. A decision was made, a train was boarded, but the destination was never reached. Following the accident, William was presumed dead, but having survived, he discovered a tome, a Codex Umbra, which held forbidden knowledge of powerful, dark magic. William would fabricate a new identity, the amazing Maxwell, and begin incorporating the dark incantations into his shows. He would later hire an assistant by the name of Charlie, and together their magic shows thrived. However, in 1906, Charlie would make a grim discovery. Having gone to look for her partner to check to see if he was okay, she found the signs of sweeping madness that appeared to come over her counterpart. She ran, terrified and alone, only to muster enough strength to write to Maxwell, asking to split. That same night, they took to the stage together for one last act. Maxwell, ready to deliver the closing performance, went to pull the shadow out of the codex, but instead found something pulling him in. The Shadow Watcher appears, the book goes blank, and Maxwell and Charlie are pulled within the constant. As we know, Max here would be placed on the Nightmare Throne to govern over the constant, while Charlie became the monster of the darkness. Holy hot damn, what an origin. But what about Max as a player? Well, he sits at a meager 75 health, 150 hunger, and 200 sanity. He also shares a connection to Abigail and Wendy, having examinations between them all like, I feel a strange kinship with him. Or, what a familiar presence. Enough of all that. What else we got? Well, funnily enough, Max will comment on his own creations and judge his own work. Like the tall birds here. He says they are a failed experiment on his part. And examine a gold pickaxe, something highly irregular and against logic. And he will comment on, quote unquote, game logic. Whatever, Maxwell. You bloody made the things, so bloody use them. Find yourself trapped in darkness, and Max will actually acknowledge the monster by name, almost calling out in regretful panic as Charlie draws near, ending Maxwell without hesitation. Fun fact, died in darkness as Max, and the morgue will say Charlie instead of darkness. Remember that book William Carter found? Well, he still relies heavily on it, and it is suggested that Maxwell's reign on the throne is the major factor in that. It is said that the book allows for Max to split his mind, and that is no lie. The Codex Umbra allows the player to create shadows of themselves to fulfill a variety of facets. How does it work? Well, you'll always need nightmare fuel and the associated tools of the trade to spawn in the minions you wish. For example, if you're low on wood, make a few axes, place down the Codex Umbra, and pull the shadows into the world to do your bidding. I'd recommend 2 loggers and 1 digger for maximum efficiency. You can easily just stand around and let them do all the work, but there is a finicky proximity to them. You may have to move around to get them back to work. This is but a small example, but Maxwell is easily one of the best resource gatherers in the game, and his minions can do more than just chop dang trees and dance. Say you're done with one task and want to do another. Can you forcibly switch my minions' roles? Well, kind of. If you press Control F and then click one of your minions, you can say goodbye to them yourselves. This is one of the only times I want you guys using Control F, okay? Let's say you just finished slaughtering all those mistakes you made. Why not enlist the help of some shadowy miners to help you out? They'll have it clear in no time, especially if you lend them a hand. Hey Beard, I see Max can make shadow duelists. Sounds freaking awesome, right? Well, no. No, not really. For one, we can only make 2 of them, as they require more sanity loss to make. And they just aren't good. I mean, they do decent damage and attempt to kite, but most mobs can just kill them in 1 or 2 hits, and that is far too easy for something that takes a little bit too much to create. Also, make note that diggers are pointless beyond clearing trees for the most part. What about combat? With such low health, how can we join our friends in fighting all the things? Well, that's where the fun begins. Given Maxwell's natural sanity regen of 6.25 per minute, doing and using anything that degrades sanity really isn't an issue. So, say hello to the Shadow Armor and Dark Sword combo. You're not unstoppable, but the Knight Armor reduces damage by 95%. Incredibly good. I'd still bring a lot of healing though. And the fun doesn't end there. You know all those fun little books that Wickerbottom has? Yup. Maxwell is able to use them as well. This allows for so many possibilities with or without Wicker, especially when it comes to sanity. With his regen, reading these books are a cinch for Max. If you want a more in-depth look of Wicker's books, check out her character guide here. Again, with that sanity regen, the player won't have to worry about sanity loss. Pretty much never. If you happen to be blind like Beard, or just lose your codex behind a tree or something, no worries. Maxwell can conjure up another if need be. But keep in mind, it will come at a high price. A shadow of a man, forged through that of a darkness he could not control, only to be susceptible to that same darkness for an eternity to come. But there you have it, folks. Maxwell, the puppet master, and all his shadowy glory. I hope this helped, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.